きにして。
のたうち回れよ、この鉄くず野郎。そうまと。
Whether a protagonist is low rank or even higher rank, they shouldn't really be underestimated in the first place, as they simply could be masking their true potential or they have yet to build up on it later down the line. Which is why today's video is going to be a fun one, as we're going to go through 10 low rank protagonists that get underestimated but can destroy absolutely everyone. If you're new here, then please make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notifications bell icon turned on to stay up to date with the latest anime news and recommendations right at your doorstep. Now, without keeping y'all waiting, let us begin with the video. Why don't we start with something a little bit more epic? Now, this is a Chinese animation series created by both Green Monster Team and Big Firebird Animation, in which it has a powerful hero who decided to retire one day and vanish where no one knows what happened to him as the years go by. Of course, many decided to follow his footsteps to become a hero because he was like a role model, but no one could live up to what Zero could do. It actually is a really cool anime because he returns, but no one knows who he is anymore, which is why he is going to go from zero to hero once again. It's almost like a redemption series, and it's going to, you know, it's just absolutely got great animation quality all around. I think many of you will really enjoy something like this. Next up on the list is Anti-Magic Academy 35th Test Platoon. Created by Silver Link in the year 2015, this is focused on a magic academy, specifically a more weaker class in the entire school, with a protagonist who is unable to use guns, where guns are absolute supreme in this world. These weapons rule over any other, but instead he uses a sword to compensate. But how on earth could a sword beat a gun? It's a pretty cool, idea just to see him underestimated and watch him, go through opponents with a short-ranged weapon to prove that he is capable of just handling himself. There are lots of cool characters in this show, and while the story may be its weakest point, it is still very entertaining to watch. Unbreakable Machine Doll was created by Studio Lurch in 2013, which involves a battle-like system where characters fight each other for the top spot and earning something very special. The anime is quite enticing, and it always left me wondering what would happen next, and it always stayed true to the main character's goal in fighting alongside his partner after failing the entrance exam and needing to defeat top 100 students to earn his rightful place. It always had lots of funny moments, but it knew how to transition to action and more serious scenes quite well without any filler and straight to the point. Now, you would think that from the title, this is some sort of a dungeon-focused anime series, but in reality, it is simply baiting you to watch a full-on harem ecchi series, which may be annoying, but this show is a meme and it embraces it extremely well. This is the hidden dungeon only I can enter. Created by Okuruto Noboro last year in 2021, and simply put, Oridake is a good time. Let's just say it's a good time. There's no real plot here other than rather, shallow excuses for fanservice interactions between the main character and the girls, but you know what? That's okay, because they're great and hilarious. The protagonist even joins a hero academy, and while he may be weak looking, in the events that take place, let's just say he brings back the most out of everyone, allowing him to be the main center of attention. Ah yes, The King's Avatar, most likely the best Chinese anime series ever created that I've watched in my opinion. The protagonist is just an absolute god in this popular video game, the most high-ranked player in existence, and he just made it all the way up here thanks to his sponsors and his team, but lately, he found himself retiring to take a break. But that is until he decided to return with a brand new Smurf account to go from zero to hero without anyone's help to prove he can accomplish things on his very own using his knowledge of the game. BC Made Pictures are quite a talented animation group and making such a good series like The King's Avatar with a third season coming soon, but you know, a different studio will be taking over this time. It's a really good anime and I highly do recommend checking it out. Now we move on to an anime series called The Rising of the Shield Hero, which is an isekai fantasy series where an average guy named Naofumi was chosen to become one of the 4 cardinal heroes, and he was the Shield Hero, the weakest hero from everyone's perspective. Kinema Citrus animated this anime in 2019, and it was very successful and one of the more popular isekai anime that aired. Season 1 showcased a proper revenge storyline on how a weak hero, betrayed and accused of something he never did, will show everyone just how strong he really is as the Shield Hero, and that was great until Season 2 came along, kinda ruined the overall experience. It wasn't bad, but I would say not as good as the first season.
どうしよう。とにかく素早さでかき乱して、それからどうするせいや。あ、逃げた。
Overly Cautious Hero is one of the best isekai I've watched in years. It's quite impressive as it does hold a lot of similarities to Konosuba in terms of its humor and funny moments. It starts quite similar to what you have seen, you know, a goddess summons a person from another world, so he must become a hero and fight the demon lord, but his personality is just so different from what you usually see, and that is because he is so cautious in almost every engagement and scenario that takes place. No matter how strong an opponent is, size, or any of that, it doesn't really matter. He will remain so cautious and even let out insanely powerful moves without hesitation. You know, and probably destroy settlements in the process.
Atomic Split Slash.
It's just unreal how much enjoyment you get from watching this, and if anything, this is a must-watch isekai for absolutely everyone. Have you all heard of The Grimoire of Zero? This was an anime created by White Fox in 2017, and well, I can't say it looks any unique compared to other anime at first glance. I mean, if you look at it carefully, the show's premise is pretty standard that involves, you know, conflict between humans and witches. Now fast forward to 2022, and we got a sequel, or more like a spin-off, called Dawn of the Witch, with brand new characters and returning familiar faces. That is if you have seen Season 1. However, the good news is that, as I said, it's a spin-off, meaning you don't really need to watch the first season, but it would definitely help with understanding the story. Now, the protagonist is the only weakling in his year group, and he was provided to grow on a journey to improve his magical abilities, but what things, you know, what would change? Or will he remain the weakest in his year? Studio Satellite has brought us Black Summoner, a newly airing isekai anime that features a very engaging protagonist who is a battle junkie, which means he is seeking to fight the strongest opponents. Kelvin, when starting out, was a very low-rank adventurer but held high-tier skills, allowing him to get a huge head start to the point where leveling up just became so easy to obtain S-rank status. Now, what does he do? Well, he's a hero, but he acts as a villain sometimes just to mock others, just to get a fight and test people's abilities, which is, in a way, is very funny and entertaining at the same time. He's strong, he's confident, and just fun to watch as he fights. This is a great isekai to watch from the current season, and I really do recommend it.
そのまっすぐさ勇者として
Now finally, to end this list off, I'm recommending to all of you is The Fruit of Evolution by Studio Hotline in 2021. Quality may not be the anime's strongest point, but lots of hate goes on for this show. I thought it was pretty fun, and at no point did I want to stop watching. Nothing new, nothing groundbreaking or deep, no emotions evoked, nothing amazing, but what I got from it was high amounts of entertainment.
そうですか
Weak fat protagonist gets isekai to another world with his entire year, and he eats a fruit and transforms into a different, much more stronger being and was able to stack up levels from defeating easy mobs, and now let's just say he's a very overpowered hero. Looks like you have made it to the end of the video, and you, my friend, just watched 10 low-ranked protagonists that get underestimated but can destroy everyone. If I've managed to leave any anime out in particular that you thought would be a great addition on the list, then let me know in the comment section down below, as I'd love to hear your very own opinion, or just comment down below what you thought about the video in general, as I'd always appreciate the feedback. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video!